Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are on this beautiful, beautiful planet Earth. Outside my window it's a white wonderland, truly a wintry day, and quite beautiful, and the sun is just blaring, and so not a cloud in the sky. Nature is just such a joy when it gives us these perfect kinds of days, like a perfect summer day. This is a perfect winter day. And so it invites such joy and delight in my heart. It's somehow vivifying and nourishing to see the beauty of nature, and reminded that we are surrounded by an environment that supports us all the time, and this is part of us and we are part of it, and it has an impact on how we feel, how we think, how we act, and we have an impact on it as well, and a responsibility to be able to respond to the earth and all her wonder and all her distressing disguises as well. And so today I thought we would work with the strengthening again and again of this ability, this capacity that we have as human beings to awaken, to be kind, to be aware of the spaces inside our bodies and the spaces outside of ourselves. And in order to do that, we know that listening, really good listening, these hands become like our larger ears as we listen to the space around, and we listen to the space inside of us as well. Because when we begin in the Embodied Life School, we come to the ground. We come to, I am here. I'm not there. I'm here on this spot and nowhere else. And so we can imagine this. Here we are sitting on this spot. I'm going to adjust my pillow because I am on this spot. And I'm going to remember as I begin that the more I enter the body, the more I root myself, and the more I am tethered to this living being called the earth, then I feel secure and I feel free to listen, to care for what arises in myself. I feel secure, I feel safe from some of the voices inside and from the instances and interactions with others from the outside, from the news, from my family, from the conditions that I'm living in. So I come back to just being on this spot, just sitting. So let's begin to drop down and in. Now first I'm just going to close my eyes because I'm on Zoom and I just want to come into myself a little bit more. Also, the astounding beauty outside calls me outside of myself. So I want to come in and know that all that is still there. I'm going to place my hand on my chest, my left hand usually. I find is for me more of a receiving hand, a warming hand, and a listening hand. I'm going to feel the sitting bones or the cushion or seat I'm on. And I'm going to drop down, down, down into that seatedness. And then, if I can, through the legs and the feet and the floor. Breathing. Gently, as I begin to arrive more and more, I'm going to let a little light into my eyes, just slightly opening them so that I include the world, not separate from. Breathing in and dropping in, breathing out and dropping down. Let go of my hand for some moments. And continue. And now I'm going to turn my attention to the rhythm of my breath. However it is, without judgment, just how is this breath? What is its rhythm? Can I attend to each breath? So if you're new to just sitting quietly and kindly with your thoughts, your feelings, and your sensations, a help we have is called returning. But whenever you get taken away and taken on a journey of loss or feelings or remembering things or pains or all the things of thoughts, feelings, and sensations, when you find yourself doing that, you return. You just return without blame, without should or bad or wrong. Just come back to following the breath, listening. Is the inhale longer than the exhale? Is there some kind of a small pause after the inhale or after the exhale? as I sit, I'm still feeling my chair or cushion. I feel my feet on the ground, listening to my breath. And I'm using the mudra that I taught in a recent video. It helps me to realize that I am here right now on this spot. This is a restorative practice. When you wonder, why would you do such a thing? Just sitting in the body, just breathing. Listening to the breath. While there are thoughts, feelings and sensations, returning to the breath. I am here. Here I am. So I'm going to close this very short practice just to talk to you for a minute or two about the meaningfulness of having a practice like this. So this practice ideally would continue for 20 minutes, but start with where you are. You start with 5, you move to 10, 15. But when you can reach that 20-minute mark, which means you'll just sit there and you'll be lost and you'll return and you'll watch the breath, you'll listen to the breath, you'll get lost, you'll return. You feel the ground, you feel the length of your spine. You use a mudra or not. I think it's helpful to use a mudra or just have your hands easily on the body, some legs, or some people cup their hands. Or this practice is a home. It's a neutral, it's a place, it's a base that you build to return to. You return here after you've been out in the world trying to get some needs met. You come back, you take off your coat, you sit down, you pause, you digest what has come before, and you come maybe with a 5-minute practice to what is now, freshly. With the larger practice of 20, 30, 45 minutes, an hour, there is a deep restorative process and a practice that builds itself. It's a little like a bank account where you're putting in restorative nutrients that build up for your life, and simultaneously for those who live around you, who are around you. They begin to feel that lives in you, and they begin to feel that lives in them. It's a health-giving process. It's a spiritual, life-giving process that has been known to help so many different parts of ourselves. But the true gift that we can attain through this practice is the gift of presence, awareness, the gift of knowing that we are larger than this small body with feelings, thoughts, and sensations. That we can see from a much larger place. Oh, she is there. She's having that feeling. He's having that thought. You can see and manage in a way not to be so connected and constricted with your thoughts and feelings and sensations and living into them in these knotty kinds of way. But it's a spacious quality, like a bird's eye view. When you become this more and more quieted, listening, neutral being who is in this spot at this moment in time. And then you can enter in to this vast intelligence called awareness that is there without judgment, is there with unconditional clarity and warmth for you, for me. So I invite you to join the practice of practicing meditation, being on this spot at this moment, following your breath, and caring for the one who thinks and feels and has sensations. Until next time.